Hi, Maria. Nice to see you again.
Hi, Armelle. Another week, another lesson. Yay.
Exactly. Hello, everyone. Great to be with you again. So cool to see you every week, be with you, and offer you this every week.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So we realized that I didn't answer the question from Maria last time. I guess both our minds blew, and the question was something like, can purpose change? Can it be that someday it's being a teacher, another day it's being a mother, being a wife, being this, being that? Was that right? Something like that?
Yes, yes. I was just wondering throughout our lifetime, as we evolve as beings, do we also evolve what we feel called to? One period of my life, I'll feel like my purpose is to serve as a mother, and then it might be to serve as a teacher one day, or yeah.
Yeah. And for you, for example, it's also as a health coach, that you feel like food and eating healthy is so important. It's been so important for you and made such a difference in your life. And you can feel that it's a gift that you can bring because it did change your life, right? And so it's like all these things that are coming to us that we don't think are a gift that we can give, that are actually. So I really do feel that teacher, health coach, mother, husband, wife, daughter, friends, all these are roles. So they are, it doesn't matter the role you play in life, it's the way you play it that's important. Where are you coming from? What are you connected to when you are that, when you are in that role? So, and then it comes back to our second video, which is conditioning, because if you play a role from the conditioning, it's going to be very limited. And if you play that role from your true nature, from realizing that you are the source of everything and you are one with everything, and you are this awareness that's, just offering whatever is coming through in every moment, then it's going to be so much more expansive, and it's going to change so much more. And there's going to be so much more life and love and light and awareness that's going to be given in that moment. And then it's going to more than just eventually your child, if you are in the role of the mother that day, or to more even the people that are there in the room if you are giving a speech that day. So we have to realize that our true nature is one with everything. We are one with everything. So we teach with every thought we think. It's not like being a teacher is only when I am on stage, for example, or only if I do a video, or only it's the way I be in life. Every thought I think is teaching the whole universe because we are one. We don't realize that our thoughts are affecting others. If I judge you, if I put you down speaking with another friend, you're going to receive that energy because we are one. You're not separate from me. When I mention you, you receive that. So if Jesus was telling us in the Bible, do not judge, it's not because it's wrong. It's not because of moral and that we shouldn't do that. It's bad. And, we are hit on our fingers and no, this is bad. That's the way we've been taught though. We think it's like because it's wrong. But if he invited us to not do that, it's because the one you judge is receiving that judgment and that energy. And because we are one, your expectation on that person in that moment, if you don't change your mind, is going to be that that person needs to answer what you think about them. Therefore, they are not going to be free to act any different because they have to answer your expectation because we are one. So we don't realize how much we are conditioning our relationship and others to react a certain way by the way we think about them and the expectation we put on them. And I'm not saying about expectations that are great, but also Like when we have expectation on our children that they have to be like that, they have to be like that and like that, they feel the pressure. We don't have to tell them, they feel it. So if we are already stressed in the morning because we think they are not going fast enough and we are stressed and we are pressured and blah, 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 and we don't say anything, and they are going all over the place and they shout and they scream, and that we shout and scream at them because they shouldn't do that, we actually have to come back to our own mind and realize, oh, I'm actually already thinking he's not going fast enough. He's not doing this. She's not doing that. She da 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 da. Da. And because you are setting that expectation or these expectation, they are meeting them. But the difficulty starts in you and you thinking a certain way. So we have to realize that if the world is how it is, it's because of the way we think. It's because of the way we relate to it. And that everything that we think is actually what we see. Everything I believe is what I'm going to see. What I believe in is my reality. So if I want to change reality, I definitely have to change my beliefs.
Wow. It's such a powerful thing to be taught right now. Just having this power of awareness that we literally create the world we live in because we are one is expansive. We can have happiness everywhere. We can have sadness everywhere. We can be stressed all of the time if that's what we're creating in thought and passing it to every person we see, every object we see.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And it comes back also to this video about purpose. Then what is the purpose that I see for everything? If I have one purpose for everything, it's awakening to my true nature, discovering more of who I am. Then again, then it's a singular purpose. So your mind is not going in all direction. Everything serves one purpose. No matter what's going on, the world is going to a halt. Finance is crashing. My house is burning. My partner is leaving with my best friend. I don't know what else, like my experience, my son died, or just anything. I cannot go back to my country because of the borders that are closed. This is your experience also. All this is like, okay, what can I do with it? What does it teach me about who I am? Well, exactly what you just said. I can choose the way I feel in each and every moment. Choice is the bigger power we have. I can choose if I'm happy. I can choose if it's going to upset me. I can choose if I'm going to be angry at the whole world. I can choose if it means that there really is something wrong going on and nobody is telling us. I can choose if it's because of all the people who have crazy money that we are going through that crisis. I can choose that blah, 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 blah. But I can also choose that I don't know what's going on. In a way, I will really never not know, because the only truth there is in this world is that I am. All the rest is actually subjective. All the rest will always change based on from where I look. Based on the perspective I have, everything will change. So if I look from a very low energy, if I look from a very low energy, whoa. If I look from a very low energy, what will happen is that I will see everything that corresponds to a lower energy. So which is attacked, no freedom, manipulation, lies, all of it, because it's coming from low energy, it's coming from fear, and everything will just meet that. And if I come from...
And I just felt it as well. When you were there, it was with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt what you felt.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if I come from a higher energy, an energy very rich, which is presence, which is who we are, this higher perspective that we are one with everything, then what happens is that there is a possibility for something else, because I see the world as it's all a big tapestry. And everything is my mind. Everything is one with me. So the way I choose to look at it can be different. And if I see it from a higher perspective, I'm going to see that, okay, no matter what's going on, I can be at peace right now. I don't have to take part of anything. I don't have to believe any of it. And because I am not going through all my stories of pain from the past, of insecurity, of unsafety, of my childhood that was a mess, of everything that's not been healed. Because most of the time, when we are in low energy or neutral energy, what happens is that we have the thought that correspond to that energy, and usually they are matching our stories of suffering and all the traumas we had in our life. And then we look at the world through these lenses of traumas, instead of a higher perspective that is actually opening up something brand new and something different. And that is that I have no idea what's going on in the world. All I can see is that there is change happening. There is change calling, and that we have an opportunity here, all of us and each of us, is actually to take our power back from where we put it. We put it in the government, we put it in people, take our power back and realize I have the choice. I can choose the way I feel, and I can choose what I want to think. And what I think is going to teach the whole world, is going to actually influence everything. And when I criticize government all the time, and if we are millions and billions of doing that, what do you think is going to happen? Exactly what we say. But if we start to see that anyway, what I judge is only myself, and I put outside what I don't want to see in me, and then when I take it back, then there is another level of freedom that can happen. And it's not about being free from something, and it's not about being free of being able to do everything I want. It's being free in anything that's going on, whether the world is on hold, whether everything is crashing, whether I'm full of love, I'm free. Whether someone leaves you, whether someone loves you, you're just free.
Wow.
That's the level of freedom that I'm talking about. And that's really what's possible when we start to see that there is one purpose for everything. And also that we realize that, yes, the roles we play in life will change. But the attitude we have and the perspective we come from, no matter what role we play, that's what's going to make the difference. And then from that, you know, like, what am I called to be doing? And if you're called to bring another awareness on food and the way we eat, and another way to eat and to be healthy, that's what you're called to be. And then when, you close your computer and you have no person that you speak to, and you are with your little one, that's what you are. That's your purpose in that moment too. So every moment is that. And you can be the same throughout every role you play, and that's what makes the difference. That's how you change the world, because by being you in every moment, you change people around you, don't you? Isn't it the case?
Yeah. Yes. Sometimes perhaps our purpose is to just be someone for somebody.
Yeah.
Like, as well. Wow. It's very, very powerful. Everything you're saying is just beautiful. You've helped reframe what's happening currently with the cultural collective, to see that actually what's happening right now is the most beautiful thing that could occur, because we are starting to realize, if we want to, that, like you said, we are learning that we've always had freedom this whole time. But we almost needed to see it unfold the way it has in our minds and our logical beings, to understand it on a very deep level, that Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like we are free beings living as prisoners with the cage that is open, has been open over and all the time, and we are just deciding to stay in the cage because that's most comfortable. It's more comfortable to stay in the cage than be responsible for our life. It's more comfortable to say I'm going to do whatever I'm told to do than started to realize I have the power to choose and to create whatever I want to choose and to own this power, and then to say, okay, I'm going for it. No matter what, I'm going for it. And then you realize that your purpose is every moment also. It's not a form that will always stay the same. It's also every moment. One moment I am this, one moment I am that, one moment and then we stop defining ourselves by the role we play. We are everything anyway. We don't have to have a definition. It's just helpful to talk to each other and so people can relate to you. But this is anyway not who we are. I am not a teacher. You're not a health coach. I'm not a woman. You neither. You're not a mother. You know, that's not who we are. That's roles that we play in certain times and certain moments of the day in our lives. We're so much more than that. We are everything. We are the whole universe at play each and every moment, unfolding exactly as it's unfolding right now. And it's always unfolding for me. Always unfolding for me. So everything that's going on is always an opportunity to come back to who I am. And I can choose every moment who I decide to be. Am I a small thing that has no power, or am I the whole universe in action right now? And I feel that what's going on right now is calling us to that. Taking our power back from where we put it outside of us to come back here and decide, what do I want to create right now? Because I'm a powerful being. You know, when it says also in the Bible, like God created us like him, it is fucking true. Sorry for the fact, but that is so true. We have the power of creation in each and every moment. Because we are one, everyone receives it. We touch everyone that we don't even know each and every moment. So when we realize that our life is not our own, it is for the whole universe, it makes it a bit different. When I'm going through hell, then I might think, or, you know, when anyone is going through hell, they might think that, oh, wow, I can choose different and I can change the world right now. Or I can stay in conflict, or I can kill that person. It's like, yeah, you can do all that. That is your choice. You're a free being. But remember, what you put out is what you will live, and that's how you define yourself, and that's what you're going to create as a world. And it doesn't have to be like that. We can make it the way we want it. And it doesn't mean that it's always going to unfold specifically exactly as we decide, but it's the attitude that we bring, that we create.
So it's like it's literally a practice of absorbing what you're really saying versus what I'm trying to comprehend at the same time. As you said previously, I'm currently practicing really hearing you and listening. And because of that, I'm taking so much in, more than my brain could take in. And it's just opening me up to so much views of myself, of my current being. And it's helping me be so much more aware of my choices in life. So this comes, if we can just also recap the answer to the original question as well, so it can be beautifully summarized, everything you shared. I was wondering if our purpose changes, and you said, in fact, it changes in every moment.
The form of it, yes.
Yes. And so For example, shall we give somebody an example if they're a business owner and they're also a dad and they're also a friend and a son, and their purpose is still to be sourced, well, to be of the nature of God
Mm-hmm.
in everything that they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's their purpose. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. We could say that our purpose is, like you say in the previous video, is being, and then the doing comes from that. And the doing is the role you play. So, for example, when I was saying in the previous video, I know I am to be a teacher. That's a role, but it's how do I come to that? Like, do I think I know everything and that I have someone to teach? Or am I just who I am and I allow the flow of whatever is to be? And that's the way I live. You know me, so you know that it is the way I live. It's by surrendering to each and every moment that I allow whatever is to come through, wherever I'm to be, whatever I'm to say, whoever I'm to be with, whatever I'm to be doing, whatever I'm to be, just let go and step into. So that's really what it is. It's the being it before the doing, and the doing is the role and the form that takes the being. And there's
And
so much more to give, and it's going to be so much more impactful to come from that perspective than thinking and putting pressure on ourselves to get results. I never think about results ever. When I work in a coaching, when I work in a retreat, when I never think about getting a result for the person ever. Never. This is not, no way. I'm just showing up fully. I'm here to serve. And so, what if our purpose to each and every one of us was just to serve the greater good of all? And that we all have going to have different roles to play that.
and do
And
you
in our
think,
daily life, it's the same in our families.
so first, if we are to be and just be present and just allow ourselves to surrender, does the doing is the doing become more aligned with your true nature?
Yeah.
Instead of, like, you could be, for an example, an accountant, and but with the practice of presence and being, you'll soon discover that that doesn't feel aligned with what you're doing. So then you change that.
Yes.
And
Completely.
cool. So that's a way that we can practice the,
Yes.
like, what's the right doing for
Yeah.
our soul.
Exactly. Your soul will also realign you. So if you are doing something, that it was good for your parents, or that you thought will make you a lot of money, and it's the case, but somewhere you start to feel the emptiness inside because it doesn't fulfill you necessarily, or that you were in a relationship and you start to feel like, I don't know, something is not right anymore, or you are in a place and you feel I'm more called to nature, or you are in nature and you feel I'm more called to city because I feel I have to have an impact and I have to be close to this and that, and you will hear all that. And this is part of soul realigning you with who you are, with itself, actually, to start to come into alignment with your soul and your being and start to live from there. So everything you might hear now, just put it through that filter. Is it your soul calling you to something different? Have you been, in a way, lost somewhere, and that now, because of everything we live, we start to think differently and to allow more of our soul to lead us? And so is it just calling you into something different? Because imagine if everyone was listening to soul and that we get more and more realigned with who we are. Imagine the world we would live in. I mean, this is the song. Imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's exactly it. It would be a brotherhood of men and a sisterhood of women. That would be exactly that. So that's the opportunity we have now. So if you feel called to change something in your life, please be attentive, listen. This is not a small thing. Like, you have the power to change the world by following this. If we all start to become more and more aligned with soul and with how we are called to be in life and what we are called to be doing from there, wow, this is really the change that we can offer to this world.
That was such a beautiful way for us to summarize, I think, the conversation last week about purpose and the conversation about this week.
Yeah.
So, Armelle, I say thank you so much for leaving us on such a really powerful, profound note on the correlation between being and doing and how they just go hand in hand. And again, by being is simply just by surrendering and allowing us just to, we're human beings, not human doings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So let's live with the practice of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you so much, Maria. Yeah, I hope it's clear for everyone. And again, don't hesitate to ask any question, and I'm going to be very happy to answer them and clarify whatever needs to be clarified. And sometimes you might also have the sense that I might contradict myself, say one thing and then the other. And actually, it's all depending on the moment and whatever's most helpful. Again, I have no truth to tell. I'm just here to offer you another perspective and another possibility for your life and also for this world. And the only truth there is that we all are. So please don't believe me. Just practice whatever resonates and see your life changing. And that's going to be what's the most important, is that I know that if you follow some of these things, life will change and you will most likely meet what you've always looked for. So excited for whatever change can happen from this. Thank you so much, Maria, to be there with me and to make this possible also, and that we can share that together as friends also. It's so beautiful, actually. Thank you.
I'm constantly growing each week, so thank you, Armelle.
And thank you everyone for listening. And please, again, if you've been touched, if you think it can help someone, please share. Yes. We go further when we go together. So thank you so much for watching.
Bye.
Bye.